Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing really well, and a big warm welcome if you're new here. Today we're talking about what to stop wearing in 2024 if you want to look and feel fabulous, stylish and put together. Well, it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek when I say stop wearing because, you know, as I always say, and I truly believe, wear what makes you feel happy, what makes you feel comfortable and confident to look and feel your best. So these are suggestions really. But what I would say is these are definitely things that I think will do none of us any favours, and that it could be time to wave goodbye to some of these things. And of course also they are out of style this year as well. They're not trending either. So that's another great reason to not wear them. But I would be interested, when you've watched this, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below, as always. If you agree with my ideas, if you disagree, or if you've got any other items which you think we should all ditch for 2024. So let's get started with my first thing that I suggest we stop wearing this year, which is number one, baggy and oversized clothes. Now, oversized clothing and everything baggy has been on trend a lot in recent years. You know, from super baggy jeans kind of hanging off to oversized sweaters and shirts to everything really big. Now, however, more fitted silhouettes that actually fit are back in. But for me, whether oversized is on trend or not, I suggest that we stay right away as much as possible from baggy clothes. For a start, they make anyone who wears them look much bigger than they actually are. So if we're tempted to wear baggy clothes to hide areas of our body that we may want to disguise, the effect of wearing baggy clothes is actually the opposite of what we want. To be honest, what they do is they just put emphasis on those areas by making people look at the areas that we're wearing baggy clothes, which is not necessarily the effect that we want. They can make our bodies look a bit swallowed up in fabric if we're not very careful. So instead, what is a much more flattering way of wearing clothes is to wear clothes that fit well and are tailored for our bodies. Because after all, our wardrobes should fit our bodies, not the other way around. If you are a fan of baggier styles, you will actually, I think, be pleasantly surprised at how much better you will look and feel when you wear clothes that actually fit better and are proportioned to your body and your body shape. I think you'll feel pretty confident that way. But you know, I'm definitely not saying wear tight things. Absolutely no way. Just things that body skim rather than body swamp. So items like perhaps more fitted jackets and blazers rather than those oversized slouchy shapes from last year. And I think jackets which really work are things like crop jackets and cardigans. I think they are really gorgeous because they've got enough space underneath to disguise any lumps and bumps, particularly in our upper bodies, but show off the legs, especially when we're wearing trousers of course, and our lower body more, which is perfect for shapes like apple bodies, for example, or if you carry your weight in the top part of your body. However, I do think there is actually one exception to the rule of out with the baggy, which is looser bottoms like these gorgeous tailored trousers. I'm wearing at the moment actually Abercrombie Sloan tailored trousers. Also relaxed shaped jeans or an A-line skirt, as long as the piece that you wear with them on your upper body is more fitted to create balance. So like a fitted top or a fitted jacket. What you really need to avoid is bagginess all over the body. It just doesn't work, especially for our age. We need structure and some definition in our silhouettes. So by all means, clothes that are a little bit more oversized, a little bit fuller, but wear them in a proportion that's right and that's balanced on your body, because that way you won't look swamped. Okay, so my next item that you should consider stopping wearing is number two, neon colours. You know, there's bright colours and then there's neon, which is, as I'm sure you know, not the same thing. So if you love colour, consider swapping out any items which glow in the dark or that you might use as highlighter pens for lovely reds, beautiful oranges, vibrant oranges, blue, cobalt, even paler blue, greens, those sorts of things. I love bright colours, to be honest. They have the whole dopamine effect, making us cheerful. They look cheerful. But neons can sometimes look, dare I say it, a little bit cheaper, except perhaps in exercise gear or if you're using a highlighter pen. Alternatively, natural classic colours in neutral shades always look really expensive and classy and create a brilliant foundation for your capsule wardrobe. And then of course, if you wish, if you love colour, you can just add pops of colour into the mix. So for my next item to stop wearing, it's actually quite a lot of items in one actually. So number 3 is too many logos. Now I know I love a logo or two. It can be a kind of badge of honour to show that yes, you've made it, we can pay for this. But I would recommend keeping the number of logos that you wear all in one outfit to a minimum, you know, less than 10. No, I'm joking. I think that a more minimalist approach to logos tends to look more elegant and gives a nod to that quiet luxury movement that we've seen so much of last year, and it's also trending well this year, and quiet luxury is so elegant. So perhaps one main logo if you like logos, and perhaps in a belt, something like that, or another accessory, or even none at all, because quality clothes and accessories don't necessarily have to shout about where they came from. So for my next item to stop wearing, it is number 4, slip dresses. Now I really think that slip dresses are so pretty, they're so feminine, but I also think that they can be really problematic. I also think that they tend to be worn really beautifully by young girls who can look ethereal in them. I tend to look a little bit more odd, if you know what I mean, not quite right. For a start, the smooth and thin fabric can mean that it's a rare slip skirt that doesn't show off everything underneath. Lumps, bumps, general stuff that honestly we'd probably rather not display, not so clearly. Also, slip dresses are not that flattering for many body shapes, especially at our age. So for example, body shapes that might struggle with a slip dress are apples, because the material might be too tight around the torso. Rectangles too, because we look even more column-like, even less curvy. Pear shapes too, as these may fill out the lower part of the slip dress so that it becomes too tight in that area. And also ladies with bigger busts, because in my experience at least, in order to get a slip dress that fits the bust, you have to get one that is too big on the rest of the body, and I end up just swimming in the whole thing, so to speak. But I would be interested to hear your own experiences with slip dresses, to be honest. If you love them, that's great. If not, what to wear instead? I would suggest more sophisticated silhouettes that are more timeless and flattering too. Things like tailored dresses always look lovely. Fit and flare shaped dresses that are really, really flattering. Something with more shape and forgivingness, if that's a word, to it. So my next item is a little bit contentious, I think. Actually, it's number 5, skinny jeans. Now, I think that this shape of jean is either you love it or you hate it. Also, I have to admit that I found a pair of skinny jeans in my wardrobe, admittedly the back of my wardrobe, this week, and I thought, I wonder if I can wear them. Now, I do think they have a place under long boots, almost worn in a kind of leggings sort of way. But other than that, there's no doubt that skinny jeans do tend to look dated now. Whilst I'm not trend-led as such, it's a good thing to have some knowledge of what's totally out, as this may make us look outdated. And you know, skinny jeans are really totally out. And even more importantly for us, jeans that fit every centimetre of the skin tend to emphasise even the smallest figure flaws. So instead, I would suggest that if you really like the skin tight look, perhaps wear leggings instead. And don't forget that leggings don't just come in absolutely straight down ones, they also come in flared leggings as well, which I absolutely love, as they're so flattering and they actually don't look like leggings, but they fit superbly, particularly the top part of the leg. And if you like the skinnier look, they are gorgeous. I did actually do a video about leggings, including recommendations for flared leggings a couple of weeks ago, so I will recommend that and link it down below for you. Or if you like jeans as such, rather than leggings, go for slim straight jeans or bootcut jeans as well, because again, very flattering, slim line, and they're much more flattering, I think, than skinny jeans. Now, my next item to stop wearing is number 6, uncomfortably high heels. Now, when I was younger, little story here, I used to be a real fan of high heels. Absolutely loved them, and I'm sure I wasn't alone. But you know, even then, they weren't the easiest of things to wear. I used to have a pair of what I called my limousine shoes. Absolutely to die for, on the shelf to look at, but they had the thinnest, spindliest, highest stiletto heels you can ever imagine, and in silver, by the way, very 1980s. So I called them my limousine shoes because I knew that I'd need a limousine to take me right up to the door of wherever it was I was going to wear them, and even then I'd probably have needed a lift to get into the actual door and maybe to the restaurant table or wherever it was I was going. Needless to say, I never wore them, and they stayed in my cupboard forever, which is a real shame. So giving up uncomfortably high heels is no real hardship, I don't think, because I do think that combining style with comfort is the ideal way to go, especially with shoes. So a lower heel or a block heel, if you like heels, are really great options. But flatter shoes too, like ballet flats, slides in the summer of course, and mules, or lower heels with block heels, for example, or even kitten heels, are all really pretty and much more comfy to actually move around in. Okay, for my final stop wearing suggestion, it's number 7, low rise anything. Stop wearing low rise anything. The high rise is on the rise this year, thankfully. Now, low rise jeans and trousers are pretty tricky for anyone to wear. You need to be skeleton thin with incredibly long legs, because the lower the rise, the shorter it makes the legs look. So by wearing high rise, or at least mid rise if that's more flattering for you, either of those are way more flattering. When they're proportioned correctly, they flatter the figure and create a real leg lengthening effect. So you might like to consider going for high rise or mid-rise jeans, such as those from Not Your Daughter's Jeans. They have a wonderful selection, or of course classic Levi's. So please do let me know in the comments section of what you think of my little selection, and I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button, because I'd love you to join our wonderful community. I will link all the things that I've shown, most of the things that I've shown anyway, in the video description underneath the video. I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week. I look forward to seeing you really soon for lots of long videos and short ones. Lots of love. Bye.